Welcome back, Vagabonds. Have you ever dreamt of sipping coffee at a Parisian cafe while answering emails or wrapping up work just in time to catch the sunset over the Bali beaches? Well, welcome to the Digital Nomad life. But it is not all instant-worthy sunsets and global freedom. And there's some serious trade-offs that you'll need to know about because you see a lot of these videos about these amazing lives as a digital nomad. It's beautiful beaches, beautiful women, beautiful guys, surfing and everything. But what is the real life as a digital nomad? And I'm here to present to you the pros and cons of what digital nomad life can look like. Digital nomads work from beaches to bustling cafes, and it's where work meets wanderlust. This is the Digital Nomad Lifestyle reimagined. Explore the tools, tips, and triumphs of living beyond borders. Welcome to Atypical Vagabond's Guide to Freedom and Adventure. All right, here's a question for you adventurers. If you could live anywhere and work anywhere in the world, where would it be? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know what your thoughts are, as I am interested in, whatever inspiration that you might provide to me of like really cool places to go. And maybe I'll use it into another video, highlight your comments. So that'd be kind of cool for you all. So I figured that I would just do kind of like a pro and con of each thing of being in a digital nomad. So let's talk about the good stuff first, because honestly, the digital nomad life can feel like a dream come true. The first thing is the freedom that it provides to you. You're not tied to just one city, a country, or even a continent. Personally, moving to Portugal gave me the chance to explore Europe on a whim. I can take a train to different city. I can pop onto a plane and be in Paris in no time, or I can go over to Milan or up into Frankfurt, Germany. It provides some really neat experiences that I can have. And, this is one of the really cool things that I love about living in Portugal. Imagine having the freedom to choose not just where you work, but how you work. So the second thing is cultural immersion. What is really cool is living abroad is not just about the places that I get to go. It's about becoming part of them. From learning Portuguese to finding hidden gems like Tomar, Condeixa, you experience life beyond the tourist traps. All right, so for me, I got the D7 visa to get my temporary visa and went in and got my full residency here. And that whole process was pretty streamlined, but now it's getting really difficult. So if you're thinking about living the digital nomad life, you really need to consider the visa process, because it's getting more difficult to go through the process. It's not that it's impossible, it's just that there's more steps. It's a little bit more hand-wringing type stuff to do. Even though it's been relatively simple, it's gotten difficult for me, like renewing my residency and being able to get cards. And a lot of people have had a hard time getting their residency cards. Some people have been waiting over a year, and it's something that really should be done within 90 days. But all of the different bureaucratic stuff that you have to go through here in order to get things done is not straightforward all the time. Sometimes it's just kind of, you have to fake your way through things in order to get that. And this is relatively easy. Like some of the other places that you might be considering, the whole going through the visa process and staying long-term or mid-term, short-term in places can be really difficult. And then also how to work everything out on a day-to-day basis can be a headache sometimes. So it's stressful. Another thing, like with bureaucratic, I've Yeah, I've applied for my driver's license, and it has taken about 6 months, and I still haven't seen it. And this is common. Like, did an exchange because I'm wanting to fully integrate here into Portugal and through Europe, so like I needed to get these things straightened out. One of the things that I have to admit as a pro is cost savings. You know, I don't like to talk to locals about money and things like that because it can kind of be offensive to them. So as a digital nomad, the cost of living in Portugal is less than what it is in the United States. It's just a given fact. In some countries, your dollars, like Portugal, are going to go further. Think of $5 meals in Thailand or affordable rent in Portugal compared to back in the U.S. And it's really nice to be able to afford things and be able to travel and experience different things. All right, so this is more of a realistic expectations. You know, gotta kind of go into the cons. You know, it's great to be talking about those three pros, but these are probably things that you might not have thought about. You know, so it's kind of, here's some of the things that are a little bit tricky. You know, being a digital nomad comes with challenges, and some of which you don't realize until you're living it. But hey, here's the thing. Every challenge has a workaround. And if you stick with me, I'll share the #1 tip for thriving as a digital nomad. So the first con is loneliness. So it's like when you are in a new area, like you have like your friends that you've had from years back home that you don't have here. So the level of connectedness to like these friendships that you might have, it can be a little bit lonely. So you really have to develop friendships and connections. I've been lucky to make connections here in Coimbra and around Portugal, so I've been able to have a nice network, and I knew that this was something that was very important to me. But there's still some of those days that even though I have some really good friends here, that it's just that I can't really connect like I had with people that I have been friends with years. And it's not saying that it's not going to happen one day, but it's, you know, really longing for those things. You know, I have my daughter that lives in the United States, and you know, I really wish that she was here. You know, having the connection of family is important, and you know, those are things that kind of make me lonely. So yeah, like for a con, these are the things to think about of how, you know, how are you going to feel in a new environment with things that are not familiar, and those friendships that are unfamiliar. It takes a little bit of time to develop those things. Now I've got like a great core here, and I really appreciate them. And it's not, you know, me saying like it's lonely is not to take a dig at them. It's just the reality that I think that all of us have experienced is, you know, just a little bit of loneliness and the uncomfortable feeling that it presents. And you know, really that's, I think it's something normal, but it's not something that you get to hear on a lot of these digital nomad videos. You like see just this beautiful beach, this beautiful sunset, but you know, realizing that there is a level of loneliness that you might still experience. So like if you're running away from loneliness, you're going to find it here too. So it's just something to expect. All right, so one of the other things that is a con is that obviously if you are working in the United States and you're here in, say, Portugal, or if you're in Thailand or something, you're going to be in different time zones. It's just obvious, but sometimes the obvious doesn't get discussed very often. So it's one of the things to consider when you are working as a digital nomad. So if you are, you know, for me, it's like 5 hours difference between East Coast to here, depending on daylight savings. That even throws things into a completely different loop of like, oh, okay, they're on daylight savings time. I'm not. I'm on daylight saving times. They're not. So knowing when that goes on is a challenge. And if your clients or your bosses over in the States, you have to be available for them to talk to get things done in a timely manner, make sure that everybody's on the same page for projects that need to be completed. So that's one of the things to think about is how are you going to operate with a different time zone. For me, I just shifted my time. I work about 5 hours later than I normally do in the States. So like everything, it kind of works out. So like the people that I'm talking to in States are, starting their day at the regular time, and I'm just working a little bit later. All right. So here's the thing. The key to living as a digital nomad is balance. Really, the key to life is balance. So you know that there's going to be trade-offs. So any pitfalls that you can expect, plan ahead, and find a routine that works for you. What works for me might not work for you. So like saying that I changed my time up to meet other people's needs, maybe there's some type of different workaround through communicating with other people about things that would work. So, it's important to keep things organized also. So using other tools like Trello and planning my travel during the quiet work weeks helps keep me sane. So I might be here in Coimbra right now, but other days, like I might want to spend time in Lisbon or Porto or go up to Valencia or, go to Madrid, Spain or wherever. I can do that. And, some of the times I can even do my work on the train or not. I mean, it's really nice being able to spend a couple hours on a train and I'm doing work and I kind of zone out and kind of able to do everything that I need to do. So trying to figure out ways and means to work in this type of environment is essential to success. So it's really important also, I'm talking about a lot of work, but also to have that work life balance. So it's like you can't be working 12, 16 hours a day and sleeping 8. That's just not feasible. So, finding out different patterns of being able to meet the needs of your clients and the needs of yourself are what is important in order to become a successful digital nomad. So here is a question for you. Is becoming a digital nomad worth it? For me, I can honestly say yes. But for you, it might only work if you're ready to embrace the highs and the lows. It's not just a lifestyle, it's a mindset. You gotta be adaptable, resilient, and most importantly, willing to learn along the way. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. If you're going to go this way, you're not going to do it perfectly. It's just not. It's just not how it is. I see expats, I see digital nomads. They want to do everything perfect. They want to present everything perfect. That everything is flawless. But the reality is that life is not perfect. There's things that you can make as mistakes. And it goes back into my resilience and my mindset. I don't look at things as mistakes. It's an opportunity to learn. So while I might not have had the solution to the problem that I was looking for, I found out that the problem that through the actions that I chose was not the right one. So I don't do that again. Just be nice to yourself. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and that's how I do things for myself to be successful. That's part of my philosophy is, and what I believe is that you need to be kind. Kindness is like my philosophy. Like If you are kind to others, you're kind to yourself, then good things will come to you. All right. All right. So now it's your turn. What excites you the most about the digital nomad lifestyle? And what's holding you back? Let me know in the comments section because I'd like to tackle those fears and share tips in the future videos. So if you found this useful, hit the big like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And until then, Tamia. Catch you on the next one, y'all.